The ATP rankings have taken on a very interesting look following the conclusion of the Open Occitanie in Montpellier, France. This part of the season always brings a unique twist because we're coming right off the Australian Open, where many of the top players choose rest and recovery over immediate competition. As a result, several big names were absent this week, while others, most notably Félix Auger-Aliassime, fully committed and made their presence felt. These smaller post-Grand Slam tournaments often create ranking movement, momentum shifts, and confidence boosts that can define the rest of the season. So let's break down the updated ATP rankings, starting from world number 10 and climbing all the way to the top. At number 10 in the world, we have Alexander Bublik of Kazakhstan with 3,235 ATP points. There's no reported points or position change this week, but his presence in the top 10 alone speaks volumes about his consistency. At 28 years old, Bublik is one of the most unpredictable players on tour. His playing style is creative, flashy, and sometimes chaotic. Underarm serves, sudden drop shots, and constant rhythm changes are all part of his arsenal. While his Davis Cup showing was mixed with one win and one loss, Bublik remains a dangerous opponent, capable of upsetting anyone when he's locked in. Just ahead of him at number 9 is Ben Shelton, representing the United States, with 3,560 points. Shelton saw a 40-point drop, though his ranking position remains stable. At just 23 years old, Shelton continues to establish himself as one of the most exciting young talents in men's tennis. His playing style is built around explosive power, especially off the serve and forehand, combined with fearless shot selection. Even with an early exit in Dallas, Shelton's athleticism and aggression keep him firmly in the top 10 conversation. At number 8, Alex de Minaur of Australia holds 3,835 points, experiencing a 245-point decrease and a drop of 2 positions. At 26 years old, de Minaur is known for his relentless speed, counterpunching, and defensive excellence. Few players can turn defense into offense the way he does. While his Rotterdam campaign ended early, his consistency across hard courts ensures he remains one of the toughest outs on tour, especially in longer rallies. Coming in at number 7 is Taylor Fritz, also from the United States, with 3,940 points and no significant ranking movement this week. At 28 years old, Fritz plays a clean, aggressive baseline game built around a massive serve and flat ground strokes. Although his run in Dallas ended in the round of 32, Fritz remains one of the most reliable American players on tour. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the rankings so far, make sure you're subscribed because these weekly shifts tell a bigger story as the season unfolds. At number 6, we find Félix Auger-Aliassime of Canada with 3,950 points, gaining 225 points and moving up 2 positions. At 25 years old, Auger-Aliassime was one of the few top players fully committed this week, and it paid off with a title run in Montpellier, reaching the final and showcasing elite form. His playing style blends explosive athleticism, a powerful serve, and aggressive forehand patterns. This is a reminder that strategic tournament selection can make a real difference in the rankings. Holding steady at number 5 is Lorenzo Musetti of Italy with 4,405 points. At just 23 years old, Musetti continues to be one of the most elegant players on tour. His playing style is built around variety: one-handed backhands, heavy topspin, slice, and touch at the net. While he didn't compete this week, his strong performances earlier in the season keep him firmly planted in the top tier of men's tennis. At number 4 sits Alexander Zverev from Germany with 4,605 points. At 28 years old, Zverev remains one of the most physically imposing players on tour. His playing style relies on a massive serve, rock-solid backhand, and improved net play. Despite limited action this week, Zverev's consistency at major events continues to protect his ranking and position him as a major title contender. At number 3, we have Novak Djokovic of Serbia with 5,280 points. Now 38 years old, Djokovic is redefining longevity in professional tennis. His playing style remains unmatched. Elite return game, flawless movement, mental toughness, and surgical baseline precision. Even without competing in Montpellier, his Australian Open presence alone keeps him comfortably inside the top 3. If you appreciate seeing history still being written in real time, support the channel and hit that like button, because this era won't last forever. At number 2 in the world is Jannik of Italy with 10,300 points. At 24 years old, Sinner has firmly established himself as a generational talent. His playing style is aggressive yet controlled, built on early ball striking, clean technique, and relentless baseline pressure.